And now, here's the starting lineup for your Towson Tigers. At outside hitter, a senior from Stafford, Virginia, number 12, Victoria Barrett. At middle blocker, a junior from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, number 13, Kendall Minta. At center,
good afternoon and welcome inside TU Arena, the home of the Towson University Tigers. My name's Ben Rosenbaum as we get set for another exciting year of Towson Tiger Volleyball. Towson picked first
middle blocker, a senior from Bari,
in the preseason polls this year among CAA teams, and Vic Barrett leads the way as preseason player of the year. Aaron Brothers and Sydney Stewart receiving honorable mention, and this is a very different Tiger team. They only returned 9 from last year's squad, and a lot of the names that Tiger fans have become familiar with have departed. You're talking about Nia Chait, you're talking about Faye Bakathimu, you're talking about Herb Lazda. They're all gone now, and now you have a new face, a new group of Tigers, different setting unit. What does remain is Don Metal on the sideline, and he has been a consistent force here in Towson, winning 4 of the last 5 CAA championships, and they have their eyes set to return to the top of the CAA once more. They're taking on a St. Francis team that just got done playing a few hours ago against Duquesne, losing that game in straight sets, 3-0 to Duquesne. St. Francis will start Toppin, Hogan, Wilson, Irwin, Dever, Sapia, and Rossi is in the libero jersey for Towson. Starting is Benito, Barrett, Minta, Jesse, Calendar, Domingo, Abdul Rahim, and Sid Stewart in the libero jersey. And we get our pre-serve subs as Alex Dever also in a libero jersey. You can dress 2 liberos now. She'll check in. Sid Stewart
starting service in set number 1 for St. Francis. Number
Domingo.
22, Alexandra Sapia.
It'll be St. Francis's serve with Sapia to start. They are moving right to left across in the black jerseys. Towson in the home white. Barrett, Jesse, and Vic Barrett trying to assert herself early as here comes the St. Francis attack, but it's blocked by Abdul Rahim for a point for the Tigers.
19, Zaire Abdul Rahim.
Maybe got a little Kendall Minta in there as well.
Victoria Barrett.
The two throwing up a wall in front as Towson takes an early lead. Serving first for Towson is the preseason player of the year, Vic Barrett. 22. Attack there is into the net from Alyssa Irwin. And it's quickly 2-0 Tigers. Irwin was big for St. Francis in their first match against Duquesne earlier today. Barrett ready on the back line. Received by Rossi. And again, another block at the net. Wilson denied that time. St. Francis sends it long that time off the hands of Hogan. 3-0 Tigers. Play at the net has been so big for Towson here early on as they've frustrated the attack of St. Francis as Vic Barrett gets ready for the 3rd straight serve for her. Rossi again on the receive, looking once more. Hogan, and she's blocked!
Point Tigers on the
Sarah
block.
Calendar.
Sarah Calendar
gets her hands on it that time and turns them away. 4-0 Towson. Vic Barrett looking to keep it running. Rossi down again on the receive, and that time Calendar rises up. St. Francis able to regroup. Big shot there from Irwin is handled. Looking for Barrett down the middle and out of bounds.
Point St. Francis.
Towson arguing touch.
St. Francis substitution.
Vic Barrett looked over at Don Metal and said, pick that card up, coach. They're going to challenge. We'll take, or we won't get a look here at what the officials are going to look.
Challenge on the floor of a
touch. But Vic Barrett seemed very sure of herself when she looked over at Don Metal. See if we get a look at it. I'm peeking in over at DV Sport. It's close. Take a look yourself. It's tough to tell from that angle. But you see everybody on Towson. You saw there at the end there, Abdul Rahim looking at the up official saying, touch, touch, touch. This is going to be hard to tell, I think. It's a 4-0 run to open up the match. This would break the serve of Vic Barrett. Take another look. We have a different angle to take a look at. Right down the middle comes Vic Barrett, and it's hard to tell. And you almost look at the reaction of Lainey Wilson. She in 16 in black there. She kind of turns around and looks like, oh, I might have gotten a piece of that. Trying to look over into the St. Francis huddle to read the body language from Wilson. She's not tipping any hand on whether or not she thought she touched it. We have a decision. We'll get the decision. And the call stands.
Point St. Francis.
It was just too hard. It was so bang play there.
Hogan.
It was hard to tell. Vic Barrett right down the middle at Wilson. Now serving for St. Francis is Maggie Hogan. Barrett on the receiving end. At the net, and down is Minta.
Point Tigers.
So St. Francis takes the serve back, and Towson snatches it right back. 5-1, Sydney Stewart now to serve. Junior from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. 10, 22. And then a whiff initially. Towson in control of it now. Looking again for Abdul Rahim.
Point Tigers.
6-1 Tigers.
Number 19, Zaire Abdul Rahim.
Zaire Abdul Rahim in her second year in black and gold, transferred over from Hofstra, grad student now. Attack there from Irwin's dugout. Abdul Rahim loads up again. Attack there, Toppin. Set up Abdul Rahim.
Point St. Francis.
And we have a point St. Francis.
Substitution for St. Francis, number 7, Drew Wallich. Now checking in to serve, number 19, Alex Dever.
A net violation there on Towson to make it 6-2. Serving now is Dever.
15, 5.
Calendar off the fingertips there of St. Francis.
22, 8.
Setting up Irwin, or Toppin rather, and out of bounds. Point St. Francis. 6-3, first time St. Francis has put points back-to-back. Dever. And it's short.
Point Tigers.
Point Towson, 7-3.
Substitution for the
Couple
Tigers.
of subs
now
coming for Towson. Into the game is
18,
Izzy Shower.
Ava Nakai.
And then a freshman, number 18,
And entering to serve,
Ava
number
Nakai.
11, Izzy Shower.
Mango also in the game. Shower will be the server.
8, 10, 8.
Toppin is long
Point
and
Tigers.
out of bounds. Point Towson. Second serve for Shower.
22.
Set up at the net there was Irwin, and that one is
St.
touched and out of
Francis.
bounds. Point St. Francis.
Now checking in
8-4.
for
A
the
couple
red
of subs
flash.
now for St. Francis.
Number 19, Alex Dever,
Fenton
and
in.
number 3,
And Kelly in.
Emma Fenton.
Fenton will
to
be the
serve.
server for the Red Flash out of Loretto, Pennsylvania. St. Francis and Towson have crossed paths a handful of times on multiple fields and courts, and
Point,
that time
St. Francis.
a ace there for Fenton. It goes off the arms and out of bounds. Point St. Francis, 8-5. Tigers still in the driver's seat here in the opening set. Second serve for Fenton on the way. Barrett
11.
and Nakai not able to
Point,
get
St.
there.
Francis.
8-6. St. Francis within 2. Fenton, her third serve. Stewart, Shower, Nakai. Dug out there by Dever.
3.
Met at the net and denied was Wallach. Point Towson.
Tigers. Now serving for Towson, number 15,
Another
Sarah
block
Callender.
for Towson. That's the
Checking
third
back in
block
Red
for the
Flash,
Tigers in
number
the
10,
game.
Maggie Hogan.
Nakai and DeMango credited with the block. Callender serve.
3.
Looking for Toppin, blocked again.
Point.
Vic Barrett.
Tigers.
DeMango looked her down. And Vic Barrett, preseason player of the year for a reason. Callender.
10, 3, 7, 12, 11, 12.
Barrett, soft touch over. St. Francis has to get it over. They do. Stewart.
5, 11, 6.
DeMango gets it on the action.
Point. Tigers on the kill by number 16.
11-6. Towson is the
DeMango.
Tigers going on a run.
15 serves.
Callender serves. Junior from Yorktown, Virginia.
10,
Fenton.
3, 7,
Push by Wallach.
11,
Barrett going towards the back. Splits 2 defenders and down.
Tigers.
And
The kill by
St.
number
Francis
12,
says, I got to
Victoria
talk about it.
Barrett.
Timeout.
Timeout. St.
Head coach
Francis.
Sarah Spivogel.
Tiger
saying
fans
we
experience
need
the
to talk
power and
things
excitement
over
of
is
live events with Ticket
Coach
Smarter.
Spielvogel
You can find
now
seats to more than
gathers the troops. Towson,
125,000
you gotta
live
like it
events,
so far,
ranging from
hitting
sports to concerts and theater shows on
27% so far, and
TicketSmarter.com.
I'd like to see that obviously a little higher. Towson, or St. Francis rather, hitting in the negatives is the Tigers 4 blocks so far
to your favorite events.
through
The
set
next time
1,
you
doing
need
an
tickets,
outstanding
think smarter.
job of
Think
denying
Ticket
St.
Smarter.
Francis, not giving them any light, nothing
Be
to
part
shoot
of the
through.
Junior Tiger Club for ages 12 and under. Register to enjoy free entry to 10 Towson athletic ticket events of your choice throughout
Take
the
a
year.
look. Pretty even
Participation in
attack so
on-court and
far
on-field
as
activities,
well.
including high five tunnels, anthem buddies,
Barrett,
and more.
Minta,
For more
DeMango,
information,
Abdul
scan
Rahim,
the
each
QR
with a
code on the
kill.
video
And then
board
it's
to
really
sign
the
up
blocks that have done it for Towson. Barrett with 1, Minta with 2, DeMango with 2, Abdul Rahim with 1, Callender and Nakai each with 1 as well. Balanced attack so far for Towson, and both teams even on the digs with 6. St. Francis does have the 1 ace to their name. Take another look at the last kill from Vic Barrett. Just splitting 2 there. Can't catch up to it. Fenton and Hogan doing their best. So we get set to restart. Callender keeps her serve. And that one sails out of bounds.
Point,
so
St. Francis.
a good timeout from
Checking back in for
Coach
the red flash,
Spielvogel.
number 19, Alex Dever. Now serving number 8.
reset Calendar there.
Aaliyah
Is now
Toppin.
Toppin will be the server for St. Francis. Stewart receives it. Shower looks for DeMango. And then DeMango on a putback.
Point, Tigers.
St. Francis was able to get it over off of a scramble, and then DeMango sits it back down, and we are going to get a challenge from Sarah Spielvogel.
We have a challenge on the floor of a net violation.
believe it's for a net violation. Domingo did get up pretty high there and pretty far right into the net area. Again, it was a broken play there for St. Francis, and I don't think they expected to get it over, and they did. Taking a look, peeking over at the monitor, Luke Burkett, our DV Sport technician. I don't think there's a net violation there. And the call stands. And yeah, I think Coach Spielvogel from her angle thought Domingo got a piece of the net on her way down.
Now serving for Towson,
I could
16,
tell, and I mean, we had the
Domingo.
net cam up on the pole there that we don't have available on the broadcast, but it was pretty clear that was all ball tipping off the net. So point Tigers, 13-7. Domingo now will be the server.
20,
Rossi receives it.
7,
It gets over, now meeting at the net, and it hits the
Point
post and out of
Tigers.
bounds. Point Tigers. 14-7 is Towson has doubled up.
8, 3, 11.
Shot there from Kelly, or attack there from Kelly. Calendar from distance. Rossi in the back corner.
3, 10,
Big attack from Hogan, dug out by the Tigers. Nakai with a touch, and she got it.
Point Tigers on the kill by number 18, Ava Nakai.
That's Ava Nakai's first kill of her collegiate career. Here's Domingo. Rossi. Fenton setting up Kelly. Domingo down to one knee. Sauer looking for Barrett. Soft touch. Pancake there by Hogan.
11, 13.
Minta down the middle. Couldn't get it over. Blocked at the net and then out of bounds.
Point
Touched
St.
by the
Francis.
Tigers. St. Francis
Substitution
point.
for St. Francis, number 16, Lainey Wilson. Now serving number 7, Drew Wallich.
Breaks the 3-0 run of the Tigers. Wallich now the server. Into the net.
Point Tigers.
That has been really the story here outside of the blocking and defense from Towson.
Substitution for the
St.
Tigers, number
Francis.
14, Macy
Couple of
Jesse.
errors now on the serves.
And number 19,
Abdul Rahim checks back
Zahir
in,
Abdul Rahim.
as does
Jesse to
Jesse,
serve.
who will now be the server. Fenton looking for Hogan and touched
Point
out of
St.
bounds.
Francis.
Point St. Francis.
Red flash substitution. Now entering the match,
Subs here
Number
for
22,
St. Francis.
Alexandra
Sapia
Sapia
and
number
Irwin
18,
into the game.
Alyssa Irwin. Sapia to serve.
Sapia will be the server. Redshirt sophomore from West Palm Beach, Florida. Here's Barrett. Out of bounds. Towson asking for
Point
the
St.
touch.
Francis.
And they won't get it. 16-10. And the players got Coach Meadow to challenge that one a few ago. I don't think they were going to be successful to get him to challenge another there.
14, 19, 19.
Big attack from Abdul Rahim is handled by St. Francis. Light touch there by Hogan.
Point
Not enough.
Tigers.
And into the net. Point Towson. 17-10.
Checking back in for the red
Here in
flash,
set
number
number
20,
one.
Reagan Rossi. Now serving for Towson, number 12, Victoria Barrett.
Barrett to serve.
20, 22, 18.
Irwin tries a push over and it's out of bounds. Point
Tigers.
18-10 Towson. Barrett into the net.
Point St. Francis.
18-11.
Checking back
St.
in for the red
Francis
flash, number 19, Alex Dever.
back in control
now
here.
serving number 10, Maggie Hogan.
Hogan, the server.
12, 14,
Abdul Rahim loads up, dug out by St. Francis.
22, 8.
Big attack there from Toppin, handled by Towson, and St. Francis can't handle
Tigers.
it. Timeout called by St. Francis. 19-11 our score as the Tigers in firm control
don't forget
here
to check in on the
in
app to
set
receive
number
points for
1.
attending today's match. By checking in, you earn points towards the Tiger Cup Challenge, are entered into any chance to win prizes, and can rack up points to be used towards purchasing some of our great prizes within the game day store. As a reminder, your ticket is your entry into the game, while the check-in feature is how you earn these incentives. Good luck. And fans, we will be performing the Kahoot interactive trivia game on the video board, presented by Bagel Works of Hunt Valley between sets 2 and 3.
Negatives.
To join, simply pull out your smartphone, log on to kahoot.it, enter your name and the PIN code for today, 4395276, which is being shown on the video board. Contestants earn points by answering trivia questions. Each of the questions is worth 5 points and lasts 10 seconds. The faster you answer the correct response, the more points you earn. And the player with the most points after the 5 questions will be the winner. We will start the game shortly to allow fans to enter.
Domingo is hitting at 66%, but that's only on 3 attempts. 4 St. Francis players hitting in the negatives as well. Toppin, Hogan, Irwin, and Wallich. And they are really the only ones that have had meaningful attempts. Wilson and Kelly also each with a few, but they've come up empty and haven't been blocked out. Stewart serve, and it's an ace!
Point. Tigers on the service.
The opposite libero, Rossi, not able to handle it off the serve. And Stewart knew it as soon as it came off her hand.
Checking back in for the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever. As well, number
Wallich
7,
and Dever
Drew
into the
Wallich.
game.
Dever to serve.
Dever.
12, 14,
Abdul Rahim from the right side and got it.
Point. Tigers.
21-12.
subs here.
Substitution for the Tigers, checking in number 18, Ava Nakai, and number
Shower
11,
and Nakai back into the game.
Shower. Shower to serve.
Jesse and Abdul Rahim will sub out. Shower serve.
18,
St. Francis has to get it over, and
Point. Tigers.
broken situation there to the end of the net. 22-12. Toppin, dug out, and then sat down by Irwin.
Point St. Francis.
No one home there for Towson.
Substitution for the red flash.
22-13.
Number 11, Molly
Fenton
Kelly.
into the game. She'll serve.
And number 3, Emma Fenton. Fenton to serve.
Molly Kelly, freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, also checking in. Shower setting up Domingo. Big shot, bigger dig. And then that shot is, or that attack is out of bounds,
Point,
but touched by Towson. (22-14). St. Francis trying to claw their way back into this set late. Fenton serve. Shower at the net for Domingo.
Point St.
And under
Francis.
the net violation. Domingo underneath it. He said it was on Shower. And then Barrett
Point St. Francis.
receiving the serve. Ava Nakai just late to getting to it. as it sailed out of bounds. And serve out of bounds.
Point, Tigers. Now serving for Towson, number 15,
23-16. Sarah Callender will serve. Towson 2 away here. Gets back over. DeMango sits it down. Set point, Towson.
Towson now serving. Set point.
I think a little bit of a conversation there between the officials and St. Francis staff. Fenton. Over by Hogan.
11.
Barrett, light tap. It's down. And
Point,
it's set
Tigers.
Point and set Towson.
And that makes the final of set number 1. The Tigers
Towson
25. The Red
set
Flash
number 1
16.
Here on Flow Sports.
Tiger fans, the concession stand at TU Arena is open for business. Stop by during the match for all your game day food, snack, and drink needs. The concession stand is located on the concourse level on the north side of the arena near Gate 2. Donovan Waterworks is a proud partner of Towson Athletics and a trailblazing residential plumbing company that's proudly LGBTQ woman-owned and operated. We are not just plumbers, we are partners in creating a seamless, comfortable home environment. From transforming spaces through home remodels to tackling everyday plumbing needs, we have you covered. Fans, take a look at the video board for the first set stats presented by Sunbelt Rentals.
Welcome back to Flow Sports. 1 set in the books, and it's in favor of the black and gold Towson University Tigers. So far, Elaine DeMango, the senior from Bari, Italy, has been leading the way. She has 3 kills and 2 blocks, getting support from Vic Barrett and Zaire Abdul-Rahim. Seen a balanced attack, too, as Kendall Minta, Sarah Callender, Ava Nakai also getting into the action. The blocks is the big thing so far for Towson. 4-1, they outblocked St. Francis in that opening set. St. Francis hitting in the negative after 1 set, as they couldn't get a handle on what Towson, or I should say they couldn't get around what Towson was throwing up defensively. As Don Metal and his squad comfortable after 1. It'll be Tiger ball to serve, I believe. Look at Don Metal. Coach of the year in the conference last year. Having trouble finding room for all the trophies now is Coach Metal. On the floor for Towson, Minta,
starting service in set
Barrett,
number 2
Stewart,
for the Tigers, number 14, Macy Jesse.
Callender and Jesse doing the serving. Wilson, Irwin, Rossi, Toppin, Sapia, and Hogan on the floor. And there is Hogan, first attack, and
Point
good.
St. Francis.
St. Francis takes the lead 1-0.
Checking back in for the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever. Now serving number 10, Maggie Hogan.
Hogan doing the serving for the red flash, gets it over.
12, 14,
Jesse setting up Barrett, big shot, and it's dug out.
18, 22.
Have to get it over, and they do with Sapia. Again, Vic Barrett blocked and down as Irwin getting up there.
Point St. Francis.
With Wilson for the block. 2-0. Hogan into the net.
Point
If you're St.
Tigers.
Francis, I mean, this is obvious to say.
Checking back in for the red flash,
If
number
you're St.
20,
Francis,
Reagan Rossi. Now serving for the
Get on a
Tigers,
little run
number
like that
12,
where you go
Victoria
up
Barrett.
2-0. The last thing you need is self-inflicted wounds. Look at the head coach, Sarah Spielvogel. Rossi has to usher coach out of the way, and then the attack there from Toppin
Point
is out of bounds.
Tigers.
Point Towson, and we're tied at 2. Barrett. Toppin tipped at the net. Stewart looking for Abdul Rahim. Got it on the back line.
Point Tigers on the
Towson
kill by number
takes the lead,
19,
3-2.
Zaire Abdul Rahim.
And that's
Point
serve
St.
is
Francis.
out of bounds. And back
Checking
over
back
to
in
St. Francis.
for the red flash,
Tied
number
again at
14,
3.
Ava Holden, and number 19, Alex Dever.
Lainey Wilson to serve. And that one is out of bounds. So
Point
back-to-back
Tigers.
service errors here.
Substitution for Towson, number 16, Elenia Demango. Now
Elenia
serving
Demango
number
back
5,
into the game.
Sydney Stewart.
For Towson. Sid Stewart will serve. Toppin. Tough receive there, and now Towson in a good spot. Looking for Abdul Rahim. Big dig off the hands of Hogan. Looking for Demango down the middle. Blocked out by
St.
Ava
Francis.
Holden. Point St. Francis. And we're tied at 4.
Checking back in for the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever.
3 for 18. 14.
And number 11, Molly
St.
Kelly.
Francis starting to feel a little confident now here in the second
Now
set.
serving Emma
making some
Fenton.
plays. Fenton the serve.
That was 15.
Here comes Abdul Rahim again, and that time it's out of bounds.
Point St. Francis.
St. Francis back on top 5-4. Fenton's second serve. Barrett. Jesse. Looking for Calendar, and that is out of bounds.
Point St. Francis.
St. Francis. 6-4 Towson. A few attacks here now from Towson have gone long, out of bounds. A little juiced up, too much. A little excited are the Tigers.
15.
Jesse at the net for Calendar. Light touch this time. St. Francis able to dig it out. Towson back, setting up the offense. Have to get it over. Stewart does so with a bump. And now St. Francis can set up the attack. Here comes Toppin. Barrett a dive to her right, but it won't matter. It's out of
Point
bounds.
St. Francis.
Point St. Francis, 7-4, their biggest lead in either set. No, they didn't lead it all in the first set, so their biggest lead here in set number 2. Fenton to serve. Great serve, and it's going to be an ace for Fenton.
Point St. Francis.
That is her second ace now. This is 8-4 St. Francis. Excuse me, that's our third ace, I believe. And there's another.
Point St. Francis.
Emma Fenton, the senior from Latrobe,
Timeout,
PA,
Towson.
makes Don Metal call timeout.
Flow Volleyball
As
brings you closer to the court
falls
than ever
behind
before with
9-4
in-depth coverage, content, and
here
a live
in
stream
set
for
number
every game
2.
this season.
And
Never miss your
I
team's
said it a
moment.
moment ago, St.
Visit
Francis starting to feel confident, starting to feel good. They're making plays, and that's just revving them up to do more and make
Get
more
Towson game
plays.
tickets by
And
logging
now
on to
Emma Fenton on a tear, so
by calling
Towson trying to ice the kicker, so to speak, if anything, and try to break the serve of Fenton. But I
or
mean,
by scanning the
Ava
QR
Holden
code
with a big
now
block
being
a moment
displayed
ago.
on the video
Alyssa
board.
Irwin's now
Be
been
part
big
of
for St.
exciting
Francis.
Towson athletics events
And the red
all
flash
year
starting to
long.
find a rhythm. Towson, they've had
Under Armour is proud to outfit Towson
They've had a
athletics in the
handful
world's
of
most
attack
innovative
attempts
uniforms,
go
footwear,
wide
and accessories.
and long.
See Under Armour's full
Hit a
range
little
of
too
performance
strong. They've
gear
got to
now
dial
at
it back in.
UA.com. This is your Armor.
So 9-4 our score. As Towson trails. Fenton to serve. See if that timeout shakes her. Barrett. Jesse. Abdul Rahim. St. Francis able to scramble and gather it. Dever gets it over. Towson resets. Jesse for DeMango. Blocked!
Point St.
Ava
Francis.
Holden with her second. 10-4 now in favor of St. Francis.
Point
And then
Tigers.
Fenton, Towson couldn't take her out, but Fenton
Substitution for the Tigers,
self-inflicted
checking
as
in
she
number
sends it
11.
into the net.
Izzy Shower, and number 18, Ava Nakai. Shower to serve.
Shower to serve. Fenton at the net, looking for Toppin, blocked. Rossi there, looking far side or near side. There was Holden, and then an attack out of bounds.
Point St. Francis.
11-5.
Checking back in for the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever. Now serving number 8, Aaliyah Toppin.
Barrett, white tap, no one home. Point Towson.
Point Tigers.
11-6.
Now serving for Towson, number 15, Sarah Callender.
And then,
Point St. Francis.
excuse me, there as
Checking back
Molly
in for the red
Kelly with
flash,
the
number
attack.
19, Alex
Towson on the
Dever.
block attempt. Didn't catch it cleanly, and it goes out of
Now
bounds
serving
off the arms
Alex
of the
Dever.
Tigers. 12-6, St. Francis pulling away. Dever serve. Nice serve. Looking for Barrett now is Shower. Dug out by Toppin. And then a block there and a good attempt
Point
to try to save it from
Tigers.
Toppin, but it goes out of bounds. Point Tigers.
Checking back in
12-7.
for Towson,
Tigers need to find a run
number
here.
13, Kendall Minta.
Domingo. Fenton. And then out of bounds from
Point
Wilson.
St. Francis.
Oh, but they're going to call a touch late. Point St. Francis.
Checking back in for the Tigers, number 5, Sydney
13-7.
Stewart. For the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever. And number 22, Alexandra Sapia. Sapia to serve.
Serve there from Sapia. Shower gets it back in.
22, 19, 10.
Hogan partially blocked. Towson able to handle. Minta tries to set it down. Sapia there for it. Here's Hogan now attacking. Stewart there on the backside. Shower looking for Minta. Got it.
Point. Tigers on the kill by number 13, Kendall Minta.
13-8.
Sub for Towson, checking in number 14, Macy Jesse.
Macy Jesse into the game.
And
as
number 19,
Zaire
Zaire Abdul-Rahim. Jesse to serve.
Jesse will serve. Sappi at the net. Attack there from
Point
Hogan is
Tigers.
blocked and down. Point Tigers, 13-9. Towson trying to close the gap.
22, 16.
And a big
Point
attack
St.
there
Francis.
from Laney Wilson down the middle.
Now into the match for the
14-9
Red
St.
Flash, number 19,
Francis.
Alex Dever. Now serving number 10, Maggie Hogan.
Barrett. Big attack
Point
and a kill
Tigers.
off the arms of
The kill by
Sapia.
number
Point
12,
Towson as Vic
Victoria
Barrett wouldn't be
Barrett.
denied there. Towson
Barrett to
back within
serve.
4. And an ace there for Vic
Point
Barrett.
Tigers on the service ace by Barrett.
Barrett again. Toppin. Got it.
Point
Split
St.
2
Francis.
Tigers, 15-11.
Red Flash substitution now entering number 14, Ava Holden. Now serving Alyssa Irwin.
And an ace
Point St. Francis.
as St. Francis on the serve has been
Correction,
outstanding.
now serving number 16, Lainey Wilson.
Wilson again to serve.
Point Tigers. Tigers substitution number 16, Elena Domingo. Now serving number 5, Sydney Stewart.
Stewart to serve. Towson back serving. Sapia. And then a big attack
Point
there
St.
again.
Francis.
Toppin. St. Francis really feeling good right
Checking
now.
back in for St. Francis,
17-12 in
number
a
19,
really nice
Alex
rhythm.
Dever. And number 3, Emma Fenton. And number 11, Molly Kelly. Fenton to serve.
Serve there from Fenton. Barrett. Calendar, big one. Dug out by Hogan. Dever gets it over. Over to Calendar, light tap. Top in there. Fenton. Hogan from distance. Barrett there on the backside. Here's Abdul-Rahim, and she puts it down.
Point Tigers. The kill by
17-13.
number 19, Zaire Abdul-Rahim. Substitution for the Tigers. Checking in number 18, Ava
Take another
Nakai.
look.
And number 11,
Abdul-Rahim.
Izzy Shower. Shower to serve.
Towson tries to get back in it, and that won't help his Shower into
Point
the net.
St. Francis. Checking back in for the Red Flash, 19, Alex Dever. Now serving number 8, Aaliyah Toppin.
Toppin to serve. Freshman from Fort Worth, Texas. Shower at the net, looking for Domingo, and it's out of bounds.
Point St.
Point
Francis.
St. Francis, 19-13.
Timeout, Towson.
Timeout called by the Tigers. They trail by 6, 19-13, in danger of dropping.
Tiger fans, don't forget to follow TU Volleyball on Facebook, Twitter, and
Francis
Instagram.
still
for
hitting
game
in the
information
negatives,
and
but they've
access
done
to
it
all
by
the latest
way
news,
of the serve.
updates, and
5
exclusive
aces
content
here
throughout the season.
for St. Francis.
Be part of the Junior Tiger Club for
Towson,
ages 12 and
5
under.
blocks.
Register
St.
to enjoy
Francis
free
with
entry
4,
to 10
and
Towson
that's
athletic
been a
ticket
lot
events of your choice
of Alyssa
throughout the
Irwin
year.
and Lainey
Participation
Wilson
in
getting
on-court and
involved.
on-field activities, including high-five tunnels,
Ava Holden
anthem
with
buddies,
2
and
as
more.
well.
For more information, scan the QR code on the video board to sign up today.
5 errors
And the
here
Towson
for
Volleyball team
Towson on the
concludes day
serve.
one action here at TU Arena
Kind
this
of a
evening
tale of
against
two
the
sets
Duquesne
where
Dukes.
in that
The
first
match
set,
is slated
Towson
for
would go
7
on a
p.m.
run. St.
To
Francis
purchase
would
tickets to
finally
future
get a
matches, log on
foothold,
to
and then they would
TowsonTigers.com.
commit an error,
Call
and that would be that. And then now we're seeing this,
410-704-4501 or scan the QR
flipped
code
as
currently on
St.
the
Francis
video board.
going on runs, and Towson will finally get a point and then give it right back off a service error. On the floor for St. Francis is Holden, Kelly, Hogan, Dever. Toppin will be the server, and Fenton rounds it out. Nakai, DeMango, Shower, Stewart, Callender, and Barrett for Towson. Toppin serve is handled. Callender loading up. Blocked. It's Ava Holden
Point, St.
again.
Francis.
She has thrown up a wall here in set number 2. 20-13. St. Francis closing in on the set. And as I say,
Point
Toppin sends it out of
Tigers.
bounds. Point Tigers, 20-14. Towson not done yet
Now
here
serving for
in set
Towson,
number 2,
number
but they got to find a
15,
run. They have
Sarah
to find
Callender.
a run somewhere in here now. Callender will be the server. Rossi, Toppin. Hogan's going to have to get it over. She does. Callender diving. Towson trying to get it under control. Here's Barrett, big shot. Rossi setting up Kelly and into the net,
Point
out of bounds. Or into the
Tigers.
net and down. Point Tigers, 20-15. Tipped off the net, and then out of bounds
Point
from
Tigers.
Rossi as she scrambled to get her hands on that one. 2016, and
Timeout, St. Francis.
Sarah Spielvogel says, hold on, timeout. We don't want this one to slip away as Towson pulls back within 4 now, 20-16. Tigers on a 3-0 run here in the second set. We're going to take a quick break. We'll step aside, come back here on Flow Sports.
It's good on here up there.
And welcome back to Flow Sports. 20-16 our score here inside TU Arena. Tigers trailing St. Francis in the second set. Towson did win set number 1 by a score of 25-16. Hogan attacks.
15.
Towson able to keep it up. Stewart's going to get it over. Great effort by the Tigers. Fenton, shot there and down from
St. Francis.
Holden. She's getting real active.
Checking back in for the red flash, number 19, Alex Dever.
16 for 14.
And number 16, Lainey Wilson. Dever to serve.
Dever serve. It's down. Sydney
Point,
Stewart
St.
thought it was
Francis.
going out. That's another ace for St. Francis. Up to 6. Dever serve into the net, won't get over.
Point, Tigers.
22-17. Towson
Checking
hanging
back in for the
around, but
Tigers,
it's mostly
number
right now
13,
because St.
Kendall
Francis
Minta.
is
Now serving number 16, Elenia
having
Domingo.
issues themselves closing things out. Fenton setting up Hogan, blocks, and Towson can't get a
Point,
handle.
St. Francis.
23-17, St. Francis, 2 away
Checking
from
back in
taking
for
the
St.
set.
Francis, number 19, Alex Dever.
22 for 11.
And number 18, Alyssa Irwin. Now serving, Alexandra Sapia.
Sapia to serve.
20.
And another ace. As the ball came into the score table. There's Alexa Mork on the receiving end.
19.
St. Francis has to get it over. They do. They are at set point now. Nakai trying to keep it alive, and she does.
Point, Tigers.
24-18.
Taking back in for Towson, number 14, Macy Jesse. And number 19, Zaire Abdul Rahim. Jesse to serve.
Jesse will serve. St. Francis looking for 1 point here. Pause for a moment. Mop up a wet spot. Jesse serve over Rosie receives. And then no one home for St. Francis.
Point,
24-19.
Tigers.
Towson looking for a rally. Jesse, Rosie, Sapia, Hogan looking to end it. She's blocked. They kept it up,
Point,
but no.
Tigers.
Point Tigers, 24-20. Timeout, St. Francis.
Timeout,
as
St.
Towson
Francis.
is once more drawn with themselves within 4. St. Francis looking for just 1 point. Just 1 point to give them set number 2. There's the red flash being led by Ava Holden here. As you take another look at the replay, and that last point for Towson, Ava Holden has led the way for the red flash.
I try to do that as much as I can. Is there anyone on the team? I mean, maybe one person who was on the bench. It's like a zoomed-in picture of them. Figured they're much more skilled than a lot of them. Yeah, probably one of them wouldn't be in that case.
Jesse, serve over.
22-10.
And then out of bounds, point Tigers, 24-21. Towson within 3. And now an ace here for the Tigers as Toppin couldn't handle the serve.
On the service
24-22.
ace by Jesse.
Serve. Toppin handles that one. Sapia. And then there it is. It is a net violation on Towson.
Final of set number 2.
And that'll do it for set number 2. St. Francis takes it 25-22. We'll step aside. I'm going to come back. We'll be joined by Meredith Crawford, the Senior Associate AD for Development here on Flow Sports. It was a record-setting performance for the Towson Tigers in the 2023-24 academic year. For the first time, the Tigers topped the CAA in the Learfield Cup standings, earning points from conference titles in women's soccer and men's lacrosse, a 4th straight NCAA tournament appearance by gymnastics, and swimmer Brian Benzing finishing as national runner-up in the 100 breast. Head coaches Catherine Vittori, Jay Ramirez, Don Metal, and Sean Nadalin were all named Conference Coaches of the Year. An amazing year with more excitement ahead. Go Tigers!
Instead of just asking, how can we treat Leo's ankle? At MedStar Health, we ask, how can we get Leo the exact care he needs at our urgent care? Care that quickly gets him in for an on-site x-ray, that shows he needs an orthopedic specialist, that joins him for a video consult. That
all right, fans, it's now time for the Kahoot Trivia Game presented by Bagel-Works of Hunt Valley.
How we help Leo get back to his life is about so much more than how we treat his ankle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat
will be this
people.
match's contestants. Remember, the faster you answer the correct answer, the more points you accumulate.
It might be an 11.
Good luck to everyone.
Maybe a 9. It could be 13's
Looks
time.
like it's a pretty full field for this.
With new cash pot from the Maryland
of
Lottery,
Kahoot.
a winning number is drawn 4 times
We're
a
just
day.
about ready
Just pick
to
a
get
number
started.
from 1 to 15 for a chance to win cash, like the $2,500
All right, everybody,
top
here we
prize.
go.
Cash pot. Put a little
Question
pop
number
in your
1
day.
in 3, 2,
Where's the
1.
most convenient place to get that
Question
big
number
fitness
1,
energy?
who are
It's
Towson's
Planet
top
Fitness.
2 leaders
right now,
in
you can
blocks
join
during the
for just $1
2023
down,
season?
$15 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free
And
zone.
the answer
Join
is, of
today,
course,
in-club, online, or on
Allende
the
Smith
PF
and
app for just
Irbe
$1 down,
Lazda.
$15 a month.
Let's see who's
no
on top of the
commitment, cancel
leaderboard. Looks
anytime.
like
Hurry. Deal ends September 12th.
Lukowski?
Join now,
Sure, we'll
online
go with
or
that.
at your local
All right,
PF club.
next question. How many games did
Grad
Towson
school
win
is
last
filled
year?
with
Was it
reasons
21,
why.
I'm
20,
learning from
18, or
faculty who
24?
are tops in their field.
Everything that I have now in terms of my career, I owe it to Towson.
They have amazing resources.
And if you're a Towson volleyball fan, you know the answer is 24.
Connecting you with
Let's
professors
see what the
who
leaderboard
serve
is
as
now. It's still
mentors, offering over
Lucheski
80
with Meat Stick in
workforce-ready
second. Here
degree
comes
options,
question
giving
number
you the
3.
support, the
Mariana
space,
Silva is the
the
assistant coach
place
of the
to
Tigers.
realize your
True
full
or
potential.
false?
Own the now, here at TU.
In 5, 4, 3,
And
2,
welcome back to
1.
Flow Sports. We
And, of
are
course,
here
that
at the
is true.
Break after the second set, 1 set apiece between Towson and St.
And
Francis.
Lucheski
St.
is
Francis
still on
winning
top, followed by
the second
Meat Stick
set after
and
Towson
Jay
took the
Treese.
opener. I'm now joined by the Senior Associate AD
Okay,
for
next question.
Development,
Sydney
Meredith
Stewart is
Crawford.
from
Meredith,
Pittsburgh,
thanks for taking
Pennsylvania.
some time for us
True
here
or
today.
false?
Sure. Happy to be here.
And it's an exciting time. We're back in action here at Towson Athletics. Volleyball, soccer got underway last week.
And
Football
if you heard the
opening up
starting
at
lineup, you
Cincinnati.
know that
But
city is
going back
actually
to last year was a big
from
year for the
Pennsylvania.
Tiger Athletic Fund.
So that
Talk
is
about
false.
the success you had in the Big
Looks like
Give.
Lucheski is still on top, followed by
broke some
Meat Stick
records
and
there.
Cahill. And here is our
Yeah,
final
so Big
question.
Give is campus-wide,
Which returner had the most
24-hour
kills during
day
the
of giving. A lot of
2023
campuses
season?
around the country do such a thing. And our goal
You've got
was
5 seconds
to
to
have
answer.
700 donors. We
3,
blew past that
2,
and had 900
1.
donors and raised about
And the answer is Victoria
$166,000
Barrett.
in 24 hours for
Let's see
Towson
where
Athletics,
that leaves the
which
leaderboard.
is really great. You know,
In
we get
third
a lot
place
of
with 5
alumni
out of 5
athletes
correct
give back.
is B.
100% of our head coaches gave
In
back.
second place
85%
with 5
of our
out of 5
staff
correct
gave
is
back. It's just-
Cahill.
it's
And
a
in
really
first place
fun,
with 5 out of 5 correct
The dollar amount doesn't
is
matter. It's about giving that day. And
Meat Stick.
a lot of people rallied. And to think
Congratulations,
that we
Meat
ended the
Stick, and
year,
thanks for
our
playing
fiscal year
Kahoot
is July
Trivia.
1 to June 30th. We ended the year with like 2,300 donors, and to think, 900 of them came on Giving Day. So that was really fun. We'll have another one again in April coming up. But,
the NCAA,
you know,
the Coastal
looking
Athletic
ahead to this
Association,
year,
and Towson University promotes
it's
good
fiscal year
sportsmanship by
25.
student
We've
athletes,
launched a
coaches, and
campaign,
spectators.
25
We request your
donors
cooperation
in
by
fiscal
supporting the
year 25.
participants and officials in a
looking
positive
to
manner.
keep growing that donor
Profanity,
base.
racial
We feel like
comments,
the
or other
dollars are going to
intimidating
keep
actions
coming as
directed
we grow the
officials,
donor
student
base and
athletes,
get more
coaches, or team
support.
representatives
The
will not be
dollars are so
tolerated
important,
and are grounds for
right?
removal
It's a
from
lot.
TU Arena.
Talk about what it goes towards here to help with student-athlete experience.
Yeah, so people can give to our unrestricted account, which
McAvoy
really is like
Sports Bar
the
and Grill,
greatest
the
needs
number
of the
one live
department.
music and entertainment
They
venue
can
in
give to
Parkville
a
on Friday and
sports-specific
Saturday nights,
program,
has food
like if
specials
your
on
son or
each
daughter
weeknight,
plays,
as
if
well
you're
as
in a
trivia
long play
nights
the
on
specific
Tuesdays and
sport, and that
Thursdays.
helps our
Catch all
coaches
the
do
Orioles
things
and
above
Ravens
and
games
beyond
on
their
TV
operating
at the
budget.
exact place
We
you
have
want.
scholarship
In a
funds to
neighborhood
help
bar.
offset the
McAvoy
scholarships,
Sports Bar and Grill.
capital funding when we do some renovations around. So a lot of different opportunities to get involved and make an impact on Towson athletics.
And as we get ready to get back here underway here on the floor, just talk about how can people donate? How can they, because it doesn't have to wait till Big Give. They can get in touch earlier.
Yeah, call us. It's towson.edu/TAF, TAF, Tiger Athletic Fund. You can do it online, but you know,
Starting
get
service is
involved,
set number
raise your
3
hand,
for
follow us on social
the
media.
Red Flash,
you know,
number
we're going to be
22,
at Cincinnati
Alexandra
football
Sapia.
this weekend. 50 people are coming to our tailgate.
And that's
so
donor benefits. There's benefits to being a donor.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's a good time.
All right, that is Meredith Crawford, Senior Associate AD for Development. Meredith, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We are back underway as St. Francis picks up where they left off. 1-0 our score here early on in the second set, or in the third set, excuse me.
5-22-15-8.
As St. Francis now following their serve. Barrett on the backside. Nakai an attack, and she's got it 1-1 as Towson now into the act 1-1, and they've got to find some rhythm here, do the Tigers. Kaitlyn Moran wears 22 in white. She first time into the match. Calendar serve.
20, 22, 18.
Toppin, attack goes long. Point Tigers. And it's early, but it's things like that. It's plays like that there. If St. Francis wants to get serious here and take Towson down in this third set, they've got to limit things like that. They have to keep control. And there's a great example of Lainey Wilson with a kill, 2-2. And that's going to be the key, honestly, for both sides, is limiting those errors, limiting those self-inflicted wounds to keep yourself competitive here. Towson, a few too many put them in the hole there in that second set. Hogan's serve. Moran had it set up. Sydney Stewart now. Moran tries to dump it. St. Francis had it sniffed out. Moran again now, looking for Nakai. Punches it over out of bounds. Point red flash. 3-2 St. Francis. Serve from Hogan.
22.
Barrett trying to start a run, and there it is. Vic Barrett ties us up at 3. Linya Domingo will take her serve. And another service error here for Towson. That is the 6th. And it gives St. Francis the lead back 4-3. Wilson to serve for the red flash. Nice serve. Stewart handles it. Barrett back over to Nakai to get it over, and she does. Irwin looks for Toppin. And a diving Calendar can't dig it out. It's 5-3 St. Francis. Wilson once more. Barrett, bad first touch. Stewart gets it back into play. Calendar has to get it over and does.
22.
Looking here for Irwin. Dug out. Here comes Barrett.
12.
And it's long, out of bounds. 6-3 St. Francis. Wilson, a third serve, and that one will go long into the Towson bench. Point Tigers, and Towson gets the break they needed. Here comes Abdul Rahim and Jesse. Breaks a 3-0 scoring run. Actually, I shouldn't say, or it does break a 3-0 scoring run there for St. Francis. 6-4. And then a service error right back for the Tigers to make it 7-4. Fenton in. Kelly in. Callender handles the serve. Jesse at the net for Vic Barrett. Barrett! 7-5. Vic Barrett really trying to ignite this Tiger squad. Got the TU Arena crowd buzzing with that one. A real hard and vicious attack there from Barrett. Nice serve from Barrett. Fenton to scramble. Toppin gets it over. It's blocked and out of bounds. Point St. Francis. Here's Callender from the same side from Barrett. It's dug out by Dever, excuse me. Jesse, Stewart looking for Abdul Rahim. Abdul Rahim sets it down right at the feet of Toppin, 8-6. Fenton at the net. Hogan is blocked. And St. Francis running out of real estate there. Point Tigers. 8-7, Towson within 1. Stewart to serve. There's Domingo and Abdul Rahim on the block there. And then a serve long from Sidney Stewart. 9-7, Towson. More errors on their side allows St. Francis to get their lead back to 2. Here's Dever. Barrett, Jesse. Abdul Rahim didn't look like the communication was there. It was a little awkward looking from Abdul Rahim. I don't know if the pass was where it needed to be, but it's 10-7 St. Francis now. Dever. Barrett. Abdul Rahim, another opportunity. That one is dug out by Toppin. Here's Hogan. And point St. Francis as the ball came crashing in here at Media Row. 11-7. Dever to serve. We have a momentary break here. Kill was by Hogan. That's her 5th. St. Francis now hitting percentage in the positives. Towson is starting to creep downward. Callender on the receive there. Here's Abdul Rahim. She's blocked. A block by Wilson and Hogan. 12-7. Towson takes a timeout. St. Francis leading 12-7 here in set number 3. Set 1 went to the Tigers, 25-16. Set 2 to St. Francis, 25-22. And now St. Francis in the driver's seat and buckled in here in set number 3 at 12-7. Tigers looking for answers now. take a look at the stats here for a moment for St. Francis, being led in kills by Aaliyah Toppin with 7, 5 from Maggie Hogan, 3 from Alyssa Irwin, 2 from Lainey Wilson, and then 1 each from Molly Kelly and Ava Holden. But the blocks is really where, in the defense, they've flipped the script. I said it earlier. Towson did a great job in set number 1 with the blocks. St. Francis has now tied Towson in blocks in the match at 7 total. Toppin with 1, Hogan with 2, Irwin and Wilson and Holden each with 3, 1 from Kelly and 1 from Wallach. For Towson, they've gone cold. Barrett with 6 kills, Abdul Rahim with 5, Nakai with 4, Demango with 3, 2 from Minto, 1 from Calendar. Minta leading the way for Towson with 4 blocks. Dever, her serve. Barrett digs it out. And then Demango couldn't get it over on the kill attempts, and it's point St. Francis, 13-7. Dever again on the serve. It's out of bounds, point Towson. Moran into the game, as is Nakai. Moran will serve. Fenton at the net, looking for Hogan. Sydney Stewart somehow saved it. You might have heard her say sorry on the broadcast as she knocked over a water bottle or two.
Over 3-10.
As we still go, Demango looks like she's in pain. Meanwhile,
3-8.
big shot there and a kill from St. Francis. I didn't see the number on it. It was Toppin to make it 14-8. How about the hustle from Sydney Stewart? Came crashing in right. I thought that ball was coming to me, and Stewart able to get there. Demango walks it off. 14-8 St. Francis. Sapia's serve.
22.
Calendar tries to punch it over and can't, and it was blocked. I don't know if that was in either. It looked like I could have been wrong. Looked like it might have gone on the other side of the antenna, but either way, it's St. Francis point, 15-8. Sapia to serve.
5-22.
Moran setting up Calendar.
8, 22, 10, 12, 22, 6.
Demango there. They get Towson back in it, 15-9. Natalia Pepinito will check in for Towson. Her serve is handled by Hogan.
22,
Hogan now on the attack, dug out by Moran. Nakai attack, she's blocked. Who else? Lainey Wilson and Alyssa Irwin. Throwing up a wall once more. 16-9 St. Francis. Moran for Barrett. Light tap and down. The hang time from Vic Barrett makes her so dangerous. She can either really load up, or she hangs there and makes someone commit to the block and then just gets it over with a light tap. And we're going to get another sub here as Kelsey Boathoff into the game for Domingo. Towson trying to draw even here, trailing by 6. Toppin, dug out by the Tigers. Moran for Nakai, off the hands and dug out by Hogan on the backside. Block there, Wilson. Here's Toppin again. Pebenito digs that one out. Moran for Barrett. Barrett, that time, it's out of bounds. She got it by the block, but couldn't keep it in. 17-10, St. Francis. Wilson serve. Barrett to get it over. And she does. And down. As Wilson couldn't handle it. Goes off her arms and out of bounds. Subs coming. Nakai out. Moran out. Jesse and Abdul Rahim into the game. Jesse's serve. Sapia setting up Toppin. Irwin now back over to Toppin. Light touch and she puts it down. 18-11. St. Francis by 7. Serve from Fenton. And watch out, Nat Luchetsky and Eric Ryan. SID's extraordinaire had to duck out of the way. Another ace here for St. Francis. It's 19-11. Another serve coming from Fenton. Stewart, high pass. Barrett has to get it over and does. It'll allow St. Francis to organize. Big shot there from Toppin, and it's 20-11. Timeout Tigers. Goodness, St. Francis playing with all sorts of swagger right now. We'll step aside here on Flow Sports. St. Francis leads 20-11 here in set number 3 on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Flow Sports. Towson trailing here in set number 3, 20-11. Take a look. Aaliyah Toppin with a big kill to send us into a timeout called by the Tigers. We're even in sets 1-1. St. Francis 5 away from taking set number 3. Fenton. Jesse tries to keep it on her side, and then a punch there from Abdul Rahim. Now both teams scrambling. Here's Barrett on an attack and blocked, but comes down on the St. Francis side. Point Tigers 20-12. Barrett will serve. Subs here for Towson. Mackenzie White into the game. Barrett. And then the service error from the Tigers again, 21-12. That is service error number 9. Aaliyah Toppin will serve. White didn't handle it well, and it's going to be an ace. Barrett tried to run it down, but couldn't get there. (22-12). Toppin serve into the net. 22-13. Tigers back within single digits now. Domingo in. Stewart will serve. Hogan. Fenton at the net. And a block there by Mackenzie White. Turning away Molly Kelly, and Towson's bench trying to get into it now. 22-14. Stewart. Fenton. And that one is long off the hands of Hogan. Point Tigers, 22-15. Stewart serve, gets over the net, and down for an ace. Bad luck there for St. Francis. Timeout, St. Francis. 22-16, Towson on a run. The Tigers trying to get back into it. They trail 22-16. St. Francis looking for 3 more. That is the 6th ace here for Towson. St. Francis with 9. And if you're Towson, you got to look at what's working. And when they've been able to play calm and collected, they've done better. We've seen a lot of attacks go long, out of bounds, looking like. And it's not a matter of trying to be too fine and sneak it in behind somebody. I think they're just hitting hard. Trying to get St. Francis on their heels and back them up. But St. Francis, to their credit, has not backed down. They have stared Towson eye to eye through that net and have met every challenge thrown their way. As the Tigers looking for answers, 4-0 scoring run for Towson. 22-16 in favor of St. Francis here in set number 3. We're even in sets 1-1. Sydney Stewart to serve. Hogan receives it. Fenton. And Toppin with a big attack, and it's off the arms and down of the Tigers, 23-16. Dever will serve. White receives it. Abdul Rahim gets it right back, 23-17. Mackay and Moran check back in for Towson. Moran serve handled. Fenton at the net, out of bounds, point Towson. That was Laney Wilson off the mark there, 23-18. Fenton, Hogan punches it over. Barrett, Nakai, Toppin, Fenton, and it's Hogan making it 24-18. 90, excuse me, here in set 3. It is set point for St. Francis. Serve from Sapia. Moran, DeMango, big dig by Dever. Toppin's dug out by Barrett. Nakai taps it over, and no one can handle it on the red flash side as Towson stays alive, 24-19. Mackenzie White to serve. And we got a whistle on the serve.
That's supposed to be your call, not her call.
Well, we'll try to get an answer, but as of right now, it's set St. Francis 25-19. And that's the set. St. Francis goes up 2-1 here on Towson. Set number 4 coming up here after the break on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Flow Sports. We've received the explanation. It was out of rotation or illegal formation. Watch the middle there in the front row, right as the serve, as Nakai and DeMango swap spots prior to the serve. So that is how set number 3 comes to a close. Another error on Towson as the Tigers now with work to do. St. Francis looking to close it out here in set number 4. On the floor for Towson is White, Barrett, Moran, DeMango, Nakai, and Stewart. Wilson. Oh, hold on, we're going to get our subs first. It's Wilson, Irwin, Rossi, Toppin, Hogan, and Sapia. Moran will serve. for the Tigers to open things up. Sapia at the net for Wilson. Dug out by Barrett. Big shot from White. And point Tigers. Moran to serve as we again take a little break here for the court to get mopped up. Moran to serve again. Sapia looking for Hogan off the arms of Barrett and out of bounds. St. Francis on the board here in the fourth set. 1-1. And then a big opportunity there for St. Francis, and a little wound too much up there was Toppin. Towson didn't get a good first touch, and then Toppin just sends it wide and out of bounds, or long and out of bounds. 2-1 Towson. And another attack out of bounds, this time off the hand of Alyssa Irwin. 3-1 Towson. And now serve out of bounds from White. 3-2 Towson. Lainey Wilson will serve. Nice sinking serve. Moran for Barrett. Barrett finds the court on the back line. 4-2 Tigers. Mango will serve. And Irwin there coming up short into the net. 5-2. Kelsey Botoff into the game. Botoff serve. Hogan. Sapia. And that time, Toppin able to deliver. It was blocked but goes out of bounds. I think Toppin lost an earring as well. Subs both sides. We'll pick them up as we go. Fenton will be the serve. Barrett receives. They get it back to Barrett. Dug out by St. Francis. Hogan looking for Kelly, and she sits it down. 5-4. St. Francis pulls within one. Fenton serve again to Barrett. Sapia. Nakai gets it over. Dever. Toppin. It's touched out of bounds. Point St. Francis. We're tied 5-all. Fenton serve again. Sapia for Barrett. Or excuse me, Moran for Barrett. Dever gets it over. Moran. Touch from Minka. Barrett. Dever able to get under it, but it goes out of bounds. Towson doing a nice job. Of fighting through that rally. 6-5 Towson. Jesse to serve. Hogan. Dug out. Abdul Rahim puts it down. 7-5 Tigers. Stewart has to get it over. Now St. Francis, Hogan from her knees. Jesse for Abdul Rahim. Hogan. Fenton for top, and it's blocked. Abdul Rahim. 8-5 Towson. Jesse serve. Toppin gets it over. Stewart sets up Abdul Rahim, and it's out of bounds. Eight 6. Towson thought there was a touch there. Toppin. Jesse over to Barrett. Blocked and down. Point St. Francis. They pull within one. Barrett puts it down. Toppin not able to get there. 9-7 leads back to 2. And the serve is long. Point St. Francis, 9-8. Devers serve into the net. Back-to-back service errors from both teams now. Makes it 10-8. Sydney Stewart, Hogan. Fenton goes back to Hogan, tipped at the net. It gets over. Wilson sets up Fenton, who sets up Kelly. Big dig there by Stewart. Barrett a push, dive, and Hogan able to get it over for St. Francis. Jesse looks for Abdul Rahim, blocked at the net. White there for Towson. Here's Abdul Rahim, light tap. There's Rossi. Hogan will take a shot. She got it. 10-9. Furious rally back and forth. St. Francis comes out on top. Great hustle both ways. And into the net goes Sapia. 11-9. Moran will serve. Hogan attacks off the fingers of the Tigers and out of bounds. Point St. Francis as these teams trading points now. St. Francis still down 1, and this is where we've been. Towson now, if pattern continues, Towson will get the point here, go back up 2. Here's Hogan as she tries to break it. Moran. White the attack, dug out by Sapia. Dever. Hogan from distance gets it over. Dug out by the Tigers. Stewart looking for Nakai. St. Francis keeps it up. Here's Toppin on the attack. Blocked by the Tigers. DeMango puts Towson back up to 12-10. Kenzie White to serve for Towson. Hogan receives it. Sapia for Toppin. Off the fingers of the Tigers at the net. Here's Barrett now. Goes cross court and down. Toppin not able to reach back and get it. Tigers go up 3, 13-10. White once more to serve. Rosie, Toppin to get it over.
16, 22, 12, 10, 22, 18.
And blocked there by the Tigers. And down, Point Towson 14-10. I think Sarah Spielvogel is considering to challenge something, and she won't. She thought there was maybe a net violation. It's Towson now pulling away here in set 4, 14-10. Tap there from Wilson. Sapia for Toppin. Towson digs it out. Nakai gets it over. And a double called on Towson. 14-11. Nakai gets it over. St. Francis, and now Point Towson on a lift on St. Francis. DeMango to serve. Irwin, it's dug out by the Tigers. Here's Barrett. And Rosie got her arms on it, but out of bounds. Point Tigers, timeout St. Francis. 16-11 our score. Towson leading here in set number 4 here on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Flow Sports. Towson trying to take care of business here in set number 4. Take another look at the last kill here from the Tigers as Vic Barrett hard off the arms of Rosie and into the stands. But it's not like baseball, folks. You don't get to take that ball home. They need it back. 16-11. DeMango to serve. Sapia at the net. Hogan attacks, dug out by Towson. White looks for Nakai, but it was too much as Toppin was able to get up there and put it down before the Tigers could get organized. 16-12. Moran at the net. Minta down the middle to make it 17-12. Jesse will serve here for Towson. Vic Barrett gets up and gets over. 18-12. St. Francis thinks it's too much. And an ace here for Towson.
End of the set.
19-12. We're going to step aside here on Flow Sports.
The one that was coming here, I was like, somebody.
Welcome back to Flow Sports. Ben Rosenbaum here in set number 4 inside TU Arena. 19-12 our score in favor of the Tigers. Trying to send this to a 5th set as they trail 2-1 in sets to St. Francis. Opening set went the way of Towson, 25-16. St. Francis took the next one, 25-22, and then took the third, 25-19. Serve from Jesse. Toppin is blocked, but out of bounds. Abdul Rahim thought it was in. 19-13. I'm sitting on the St. Francis side of the court. I do not believe that ball was in. So Don Metal right to not challenge that one. Over to Barrett. Barrett is blocked, but it goes out of bounds off the hands of St. Francis. Point Towson 20-13. Hogan. Barrett not able to handle it and out of bounds. Point St. Francis 20-14. And Towson puts another on the board, 21-14. Fenton. Kelly attacks. Barrett there for it. Here's Abdul Rahim, sets it down in front of two St. Francis players, 22-14. Attack there from White is out of bounds. Point St. Francis. Towson asking for a Towson players appealing to their head coach to challenge. They want the touch. And will Don Meadow be persuaded? And we're going to get a challenge. They are going to challenge the touch. This is the second time the Towson players have appealed to their coach to make a challenge. They were unsuccessful on their first. Hard to tell looking at the net cam angle. I certainly have my opinion after I peek over the shoulder of our TV Sport Tech, Luke Burkett. And we have a decision, and the decision is point St. Francis. And that was my opinion as well, but I was very close to the official reviewing it, so I didn't want to say anything. It looked like it was maybe an inch off the arm there of the red flash. 22-15 as St. Francis tries to scramble back into it. 12-14. Here's Abdul Rahim. That one is tipped. Dever looks for Irwin, blocked. Hogan, that time off the tips of the Tigers. Abdul Rahim is dug out by Toppin. Toppin now way long and out of bounds. 23-15. Moran. And down the middle there, Laney Wilson. 23-16. Hogan, the server. Nakai attacks and gets it down. Set point Tigers, 24-16. Towson tries to send us to the fifth set. Block there by the Tigers, St. Francis, Sapia. Hogan gets it over. Out of bounds, point and set Tigers. Towson takes set number 4, 25-16. We're headed to a fifth and final set right here on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Flow Sports. Tigers and the Red Flash couldn't settle it without going to set number 5. So here we are. First to 15 will claim it. Let's review how we got here. Set number 1 went the way of the Tigers, 25-16. St. Francis took set 2, 25-22. St. Francis took set 3, 25-19. And then Towson, the way they won the first set is how they won the fourth, 25-16. Vic Barrett returning to form in that set. She was 7 of 12 in set number 4 with just 1 error. On the floor for the Tigers is Mackenzie White. Ava Nakai. Elenia Domingo. Kaitlyn Moran. Vic Barrett and Kendall Minta. For St. Francis, it's Dever, Toppin, Sapia, Irwin, Hogan, and Wilson. St. Francis will serve to get things started. Sapia will have the first serve here in set number 5. Stewart receives it. Moran over to Barrett. Barrett dug out by Toppin. Hogan looks for Irwin. Irwin sends it long. Point Tigers as they fire the opening shot here in the 5th set. Domingo's serve. Sapia looks for Wilson, push. Moran there for it. Over to Barrett. Barrett pushes it over. Sapia there for the dig. Rossi, Irwin off the hands of the Tigers at the net. Moran over back to Barrett. Barrett partially blocked. No one home for St. Francis after the initial touch from Sapia. Two 0 Towson here in the 5th. Sapia at the net. Looks for Hogan. Dug out by the Tigers and Moran. Barrett loads up. Point Tigers. Barrett sniping the corner. 3-0 Towson as they try to make quick work of it here in the 5th. And the serve is a long. Point St. Francis as they get on the board here in the 5th. Hogan will be the server. And then Hogan does it right back as she sends one long. 4-1 Towson. Rossi back in. Abdul Rahim in for Towson. Jesse in for Towson, and she'll serve. Sapia at the net. Toppin is blocked. St. Francis regathers. Irwin will try it. Towson again. Abdul Rahim attacks. Rossi saves it in the bench. St. Francis gets it over with Sapia. Center dumping down. Jesse catches St. Francis napping. 5-1 Towson. Timeout St. Francis. Take another look. Heady play there by Maisie Jesse to set or dump it. No one awake there for St. Francis, waiting for a big shot from one of the outside. of the last point. From the high angle if possible. They have to see a stat.
I don't think it was Victor. It's not Vic, I know that much.
Take another look here. Big point there for Towson. Go up 5-1. Jesse will serve.
14 serve.
Ace! 7-1. Six one, excuse me. Rossi receives that one. Sapia. Hogan down the middle and not able to handle it was White. 6-2. Towson leads. Ava Holden checks back in. She was quiet in the last set. She was so big for St. Francis in the second and third. Wilson the serve. Jesse at the net for Barrett. She's blocked and down. Irwin, 6-3. Wilson's serve is over. Over to Barrett. And a big attack and down to make it 7-3. Barrett now the server. Sappi at the net for Irwin. Dug out by Stewart. Jesse, Abdul Rahim puts it down. Eight 3. Teams will switch sides. Towson in control here in the fifth. As we get set to resume play, take a look. TU Sharks back in the building. This is game 2 of 3 here today. St. Francis and Duquesne played earlier. Towson and Duquesne will play later tonight. We'll have that game for you on Flow Sports.
10, 22, 10.
And tips and out of bounds. Point St. Francis, 8-4. It's also the start of a busy weekend here throughout Tiger Nation, both at home and on the road.
12, 14, 13.
Minta blocked at the net. Towson able to keep it up. White now to get it over. She does. Dever a dig.
19, 3.
Fenton looking for Toppin. Abdul Rahim a light touch. St. Francis keeps it up. Dump there. Jesse there for it. Here's White on the attack. And not able to keep it up was Fenton. 9-4 Tigers. Taking a look around this weekend, obviously the rest of the volleyball. Field hockey has just got underway. Katie Salem in her second year at the helm of the Tigers at Appalachian State cross country, with doing some running later at Goucher College tonight.
10, 3, 14, 12, 14, 10.
White gets it over.
20,
Fenton.
3, 8.
Toppin attacks. It's out of bounds. Point Tigers. 10-4. Oh, no, they called a touch. 9-5. Tomorrow, volleyball continues. Lehigh and St. Francis will play. Football at Cincinnati kicks off at 2:30. Spiro Marikis and Gordy Combs will have that one for you on TowsonTigers.com. And then volleyball will play Lehigh at 6 o'clock, and a big kill for Abdul Rahim. And then wrapping up the weekends, folks, on Sunday, we hope to see you out. Busy day in Tiger Town. Not only does the tournament here for volleyball wrap up against Morgan State at 1 o'clock, at high noon, Catherine Vittori and the Towson soccer squad will take on the Florida Gators at Tiger Field. Hope to see you out there for both TU Arena and Tiger Field.
10-3, 14.
Stewart a big dig. The Mango a little push over.
14-10, 22.
Stewart setting up Nakai. Touched and out of bounds. Kill for Nakai. It's 11-5 Tigers as they close in on wrapping this one up. And timeout called by St. Francis. We'll step aside here on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Flow Sports. Towson closing in on a season opening victory, but you have to tip your hat here to St. Francis. They really fought admirably today. Game's not over. Match isn't over. 11-5 our score, though, for Towson. It's first 2:15 here. Moran will serve it. Fenton for Hogan, blocked. Rossi there to keep it going. Hogan blocked again. The Mango and Nakai getting up to set down the attack. 12-5. Moran will serve.
We are getting Don afterwards, by the way.
Near ace there. St. Francis had to scramble to get it over. The Mango. Rossi. Hogan attack. Stewart there for it. Here's Nakai again. Big shot. Fenton watching. She couldn't keep control of it as it sails out of bounds. 13-5 Tigers. Moran.
23-10.
And then Hogan with a kill to keep St. Francis hopes alive. 13-6. Dever on the way. And it's a bad touch there from Towson on the serve. It's 13-7 Tigers. Dever serve. Barrett doesn't take a good touch. Stewart has to get it back into play. The Mango will get it over. Fenton, pass here for Wilson, blocked. St. Francis has to get it over, and they can't get it over in time. Point Towson, 14-7. As it is match point. White serve into the net. St. Francis stays alive for the moment, 14-8. Sapia to serve. Towson looking to close it out. Stewart. Here's Barrett. She's blocked, but it's out of bounds, and that's the match. Towson takes it 3-2. They take set 5, 15-8. To open up the season at 1-0. The Tigers able to come back from a 2-1 set deficit. As we'll hear from the head coach of the Tigers, Don Metal, in just a moment. Sure, he'll address his team first, per usual. Don't forget, tonight at 7 o'clock, we'll have the nightcap, Towson versus Duquesne. Take a quick look at the stats for Towson. Vic Barrett leads all players with 20 kills. Finishes hitting 33%. Abdul Rahim with 10. Ava Nakai with 8. Domingo with 4. Minta with 3. White with 2. Jesse and Callender each with 1. 5 blocks for Victoria Barrett. Zaire Abdul Rahim with 3. Nakai with 3. 7 from Alina Domingo. 5 from Kendall Minta. Aaliyah Toppin led the way for St. Francis in kills with 16. Maggie Hogan with 13. 3 each from Lainey Wilson and Alyssa Irwin. 2 from Molly Kelly and 1 from Ava Holden. Ava Holden went quiet there late in that match. She was big in set number 2, big in set 3, and then set 4 sort of disappeared. And that was a big reason, I think. The defense kind of disappeared for St. Francis, and once the defense disappeared, I didn't really have a chance there to hang with Towson. Take a look at some highlights, including the match finisher from Vic Barrett. There's the bench reaction. The Abdul Rahim say, all right, there it is. We got work to do. We await Don Metal. Again, 7 o'clock tonight, we'll have this matchup between Duquesne and Towson as Don Metal makes his way over. Joined now by the head coach of the Tigers, Don Metal. And Coach, I mean, you open up the season with a 5-setter. Just your thoughts, first of all, immediately after the match.
Yeah, it's what we thought, you know. With such a young team and so many new pieces, we just need more work and more opportunities to play alongside one another. Definitely a very scary opener at times, really low hitting efficiency, so something we need to address in the practice gym. But, you know, we talked about it pre-game. First and second contacts dictate what we can do on the third, and we definitely saw both some electric plays and some that are definitely concerning early season.
Victoria Barrett in the 4th set was what you needed at that moment. You're down 2-1. Vic goes 7 for 12 in set number 4 with just 1 error. Talk about her ability to take a match over, take a set over, and really help propel you guys to an eventual victory.
Yeah, anytime you go to a set 5 and you're only playing 15 points, you're probably only rotating through your system twice. So we knew we needed Vic to be up there and get her going. You know, she's definitely a leader, definitely a candidate for Player of the Year, but the whole team needs to surround themselves around her and just play better for her, you know. So she played well for the team. Now the team needs to do their part and play well for her.
And I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you come off of this one and you have another one later tonight. So how do you address what you saw out there just now as you get ready for Duquesne at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I mean, Duquesne's going to be tough. They're definitely efficient, definitely have more size, and probably hit more efficiently and blocked more efficiently against St. Francis than we did. So, you know, we're going to go fuel, kind of talk about a game plan. It's always tough opening weekend. You don't have an opportunity to really scout your opponents that well, but we'll try to put something together here and hopefully come out and we should have a good fan base tonight. So hopefully we play well in front of a lot of people.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win number 1, and we'll see you at 7 o'clock.
Thanks, man.
All right, that'll do it for this match in our coverage of Towson and St. Francis here on Flow Sports. We want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at 7 o'clock. For everybody here at Towson Athletics, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.